Okay, watch this next interview because you'll see how the world is changing. And the world is changing. A lot of people say it's changing for the bad. But no matter how, if it's good or bad, man, there's opportunities now in the world that there have never been before. You know, because of this changing world, is creating new things and new things for the individual. Just people like you and I, not the big corporations. I mean, the way I see it now, the big corporations are shrinking, particularly for consumer goods. And we're getting more to artisan good. You and me making stuff, you know, and individualizing it, you know, making it unique. See, when we had mass merchandising in this country or in the world, you know, the Walmarts, they need to sell millions of products. So they need millions of things. So they had to get an idea from somebody and then go to China and make 1 billion of them and sell it for everybody in the United States. So they needed lots of numbers. They needed lots of customers, you know. And so that's why they had to make sure it would sell to lots of customers. So there's very few things that appeals to everybody. So that's only a few items, you know. That's why these big box stores and everything, they wanted millions. And so there was a few people can get their ideas in there because they only carried 1 or 2 ideas that, you know, was interesting to millions of people. But what about just a couple thousand, you know, not millions, just a couple thousand people? Well, you could never get your unique idea that there would be another couple thousand people that would like your idea because Walmart wouldn't put it in. That's not a big enough market. But selling a couple thousand, you know, $100 a piece, $10 a piece, or whatever it is, that's not a bad business for you and I. And it keeps our life going, you know, and that's it. And we don't have to put up with the big bureaucracies and the pressure of everything or whatever. That's what's going on in our country now. You can do that because with a couple hundred, a couple thousand customers, you could be in business and you could get those couple hundred, a couple thousand customers now easier than ever before. And it's almost free. I mean, because you could have a store right now. In the next 2 hours, you could have a store on places like Etsy or Amazon or whatever and be selling your goods and services, whatever you like making. So you can make 10 a day. That's maybe a good customer. Instead of getting a storefront somewhere or in the mall or trying to sell your idea to some big, you know, company who needs millions of consumers. And so you're only applying to maybe 10,000 people. They don't want it. Or even 100,000 people. They don't want it. But that's good enough for you. That's why watch this interview. You see how people now, there's more and more people creating income for themselves. Sure, they're not billionaires. You know, the guy who owns Walmart is a billionaire, but they're living. They're living nicely, doing what they want to do every day and not have the pressure of these big organizations. I mean, to me, that sounds like a nicer life, doesn't it? I don't know, and that's why I think it's becoming more possible now than ever before. You have control of your life, it's you, you're getting your ideas, finding the people that like your ideas. We want to be hanging around people who like us. Why hang around people who don't like you? You know, that's what happens, I think, in businesses where we work. These people don't like you, we're there, everybody's just there because of money. They don't care about the other people, right? Your bosses or your workers, I mean, there's exceptions, of course. But in a general sense, there isn't. But you can do this. And on the internet, find the people who just like your product. They are out there. It just takes effort to find them. It doesn't take money. See, it takes effort. If you're lazy, it takes money. But if you're not lazy, it doesn't take money. You just have to figure out the system. And that's why all these things can be started now. Now listen to how she started part-time. And now she has a glorious life, working full-time just on her projects. And some of the projects she does for her customers she pleases them, and some for her that she wants. And she wallows in that part too. So watch this. Well, Mary Elizabeth, look all those glasses behind your head there. You paint all these. And more importantly, man, you got out of this in the box job you had as a graphic designer, big corporation, hated it, you were telling me, right? And finally figured out how to put some of your handwork on the internet. Within a year or so, people buying this stuff and making enough money to quit that jail job, huh?
Oh, it's amazing.
Did they teach you how to do that in school or not?
Oh, no. I did not learn. I wish I had taken any sort of business class whatsoever in school. if I could have gone back, I would have done
Really?
that. But I've been foraging my way through one day at a time.
Well, that's the same way. I guess art's the same way. You're foraging through that and dreaming up stuff. And to me, like Etsy, they take a lot of the normal grunge work out. I mean, they're processing the orders and the collecting the money and all that kind of stuff that you don't have to be an accountant to do most of that.
They make it easy, and you don't have to have a brick and mortar shop to pay rent on or
Right.
the cash register. I wake up and I just check my night sales.
Ooh, people overnight when you're sleeping, it's like the good fairy, the tooth fairy, throwing money at you underneath your pillow while you're going to sleep.
It's kind of addictive. I'm addicted to the little.
Oh, I know. I'm the same kind of thing. Because it's not that you want a bigger castle or anything. It's just, it's God. The nicest thing in the world is say people say they appreciate your work. I mean, in big organizations, you don't get that. Maybe once a year if you're lucky.
Yeah, you'll get a peer review or something.
Exactly. You don't know what you're doing, how good it is. I mean, and people throwing money at you, man, that's just like getting kisses or hugs or every minute of the day.
I get cyber hugs from my customers.
Right, so, and what could be better in life than that? And that's right. So you just take a little risk. You have nothing. You go back and get another lousy job if it doesn't work, right?
Right, exactly.
and but your stuff is just wonderful, beautiful, handwork on glasses. And you say you found this like working on an archaeological dig somewhere in the Middle East, or no, it was in Sicily, right?
Yeah, a little bit better atmosphere for the ambiance.
I see, right.
I had a professor from college take me to Sicily to explore cave paintings and pottery shards that are 4,000-6,000 years old.
Wow.
And it was a real eye-opener because I was just doing oil paintings on canvas.
I see.
And I thought, well, why not expand my medium to functional art?
Uh-huh.
The plates and glassware, and people can use them and enjoy them instead of just look at them on their walls. And I tell you what, they started selling, whereas the paintings were just pretty stagnant.
No, you're right. I mean, why? And it's a functionality. You're and what I see, I mean, these beautiful objects, and what you say in your literature is that you're giving somebody beautiful to look at while they're eating, instead of just this mass merchandise plate, that you're getting something that somebody put their heart and soul into that one product, your heart and soul, going into this. And what could be more comforting, in someone's life than to be that close to the best thing they have from your inside, which is your artwork. Huh?
Yeah, it is a very rewarding thing for me to get to do for people. And not just for special meals, but for weddings. I do a lot of toast.
I see.
Personalize it with their name and their wedding date. And so they have a memento to remember.
I see. Oh.
It helps to create memories.
Yes.
Something more special.
But the elegance, I've seen these glasses, Jerry and John's wedding or something like that. Your stuff is...
Spend money on that. I mean, spend it on your honeymoon.
Right, exactly. It's like matchbook covers or something, But no,
truly keepsake pieces.
Yeah, they're all works of art. And then you also do huge platters that people could put on their wall if they want. But they're really serving platters that you really pour your heart into these, because this is like your substitute for those oil paintings you used to do, huh?
Yeah, my limited edition pieces.
So
they're a one-of-a-kind painting, and once it's gone, that's it.
Yeah.
And they take quite a while to make, but I'll do teapots and platters and pitchers and anything beautiful but functional that I can create something special on.
Well, that's what I think art should be used at. Because how many of us could afford, to keep artists, a living, by just being hanging on the wall? We don't have that, but functional items that are also pieces of art. And that's what I like about our economy now. We seem to be heading that way because we have things like Etsy and Amazon Handmade and things like that to buy special things from people.
Yeah, artists are much more approachable now.
Yeah. Well, they can make a living out of it now, finally. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what's neat. I mean, to me, the internet is creating all this for us, you know, and bringing you to us that we would never have before. You would have to sell these ideas to some big plate manufacturer and make 5 million of them.
Often, yeah, you know, you don't want to have to do that.
Exactly, but the problem is 5 million people don't like this, but a couple hundred do, and that's enough for you.
I actually have to curb sales during certain seasons.
What a nice problem to have. Yeah, but that's why when we were so much in mass merchandising, it was hard. We all bought the same crap because that's all there was. You know, these big companies want to make 1 billion of them, send it to China, have it made 1 billion, and everybody have it, and it wasn't fun for us or the artists, and so that's one artist, you know, making a living.
Yeah, not very fulfilled living, just because they don't even get to create the piece, you know. They're they're just putting their thumbprint on it, and then someone else make it.
That's wonderful. It's nice to see art expanding like this in all of our lives, and you're doing it, and these platforms are bringing it to us, and they're making it easier for artists like you to figure out the business side of it. You know,
the business side's hard, especially.
Oh God, yeah. Well, for me, the art side would be hard too.
Thank goodness there's a mix of people in the
Exactly, right.
Yeah, I learned a few years ago I should just hire an accountant.
Well, that's good. Now you're really confused. All right. Well, that's wonderful. I mean, there's plenty of help out there, and it's reasonable nowadays, and that's what's cool, I think, too, in our society. So your stuff, and actually your YouTube videos, you can learn how to paint on glasses from your YouTube how-to videos. So that's awfully nice to know, too. Mary Elizabeth Arts, ARTS.com. You're on Etsy. Are you on Amazon Handmade, too?
I am. Just started on there. That's been a fun new ride. I'm now doing Amazon fulfillment.
What is that?
So most people shop Primes where you get free shipping with Amazon. So now I can ship some of my pieces to Amazon in bulk, and then when an order comes in, they'll ship it off to the customer.
Oh.
And I don't have to do the shipping.
You don't have to wake up in there in the morning, make sure that box gets out, huh?
Exactly. So like a little squirrel tucking nuts away.
See, there's somebody always in the process to make your life easier. You just investigate it enough. We always think there's only one option. No, there's hundreds of options in life. Just got to keep digging for them. But they don't come up to the top of Google, because the good ones that you don't have to pay a lot for are on the bottom of Google, so you have to figure them out.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Well, thank you, Mary. So nice to meet you. And as we're talking now, I think you're on your way to the hospital with your second child soon.
9 months pregnant, ready to go.
Yeah, so you're like 9 months already?
Yes, I am.
Wow. Okay, we better hang up so you get it on your way. Thank you, Mary. Take care. Safe travel to the hospital.